morning, everybody. Happy 2022. Hi, Donna, Violet, Rosie, Arika. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. Good morning from Virginia, Beth. Yeah, how did you guys start 2022? It's already January 4th, so we had already 4 full days in this new year. And I'm curious to know, how did you guys start cleaning? Gusto de conocerte, Emilio. Thank you, Peggy. Hello from León, Mexico. Hola, Cristina. Working. Lina, you are working. That's good. Do you like your work? Good morning from Pennsylvania. Desde Lima, Peru. I was in Lima in 2008, Peggy. Long time ago, but I loved it. I was in Miraflores. But I had a tour through the city and it was fun. Maternity leave. Greetings from San Francisco. Beautiful city. I was there. I was in San Francisco a few years ago with my wife delivering a workshop for a company called Udemy. Love the city so much. Who is new to my live sessions today? Is this your first time? Cleaning and relaxing. Hello and thank you so very much for your time and your loving teaching. Thank you so much. I am new. First time. Amazing. I am new. Arika. Donna. Amazing. Latoya. Alisa. Wow. So many new people. Peggy. Amazing, guys. So my name is Emilio Jose Garcia. And last year around this time, I stumbled into Insight Timer. And I started delivering live events. I started creating like audio tracks. And then I started to see a lot of traction. So I started what I do in 2012. I started helping people embrace minimalism in their lives. I started helping people declutter and organize their physical spaces. And then that kind of catapulted into mental health, self-care, meal planning, finances. And then my wife, Samantha, and we work together. Okay, so after this 10-year journey, wow, I see a donation already. Thank you so much. So basically, we put all the experience that we gathered from working with over 350 people now in their homes into workshops. And then we started delivering wellness programming for companies on topics like minimalism, home organization, time management, self-care and mental health, bullet journaling, meal planning, all intentional living, all topics to help you make your life easier, better, stuff like that. ¿Estuviste trabajando en la ley de atracción? Yes, Peggy, I did do a few sessions on the law of attraction. Hice unas cuantas sesiones de la ley de atracción, and you can find the recordings on my link, on my profile link on Insight Timer, okay? So for those of you who are new, like when I found Insight Timer, I found it was a very good platform. I saw a lot of opportunity I didn't see a lot of teachers that were teaching decluttering. Saw a few, but not a lot. So that's why I started sharing here. And guys, you are amazing. Everybody was so interested. It got a lot of traction really quickly. And that's why I increased my lives to twice a week. Now I have 3 courses that you can find. One is about self-care, the other one is about embracing minimalism in your life, and the other one is about creating your clutter-free home. Okay, that one is a 30-day. Okay, yeah, another live event on intentional living. Yeah, so today it's pretty much an intentional living event that I'm gonna help you set the intentions for 2022. I wanna let you know that I have 2 upcoming workshops that are about this topic. Okay, one of them is starting on January 17th and it's a 2-day workshop, and the other one is a 5-day workshop and it's starting on February 7th. Okay, so those workshops, the first one is a 2-day workshop where we are going to learn more about minimalism, and it's an overview, and you're gonna be able to create a nice intentional plan. Okay, that today we're gonna do something similar, not as deep. And then the 5-day one is gonna be one where we're going to dive deeper into specific topics, okay, like paper management, time management, home organization. And the secret about the workshops that you don't get here is that the workshops are gonna be video calls. So I'm gonna be able to see you and have conversations live, and then you're gonna be able to share your struggles. You're gonna be able to like take it way deeper because you're gonna be taking action at the same time. Okay, so if you're interested, just check my profile, workshops, and sign up because there are not a lot of spots. It's not unlimited, so make sure that you join if you feel inspired. Okay, so guys, how did you start 2022 so far? What is your intention for 2022 in 1, 2 or 3 words, or maybe a sentence? Force yourself, invite yourself to, let's just close our eyes a little bit, okay? Just take a couple of deep breaths, okay? And I want you to think, I want you to feel 2022. And I want you to come up with what is the emotion that you would like to see? What is the word that represents 2022 for you? And then why is that? So declutter, acceptance. I started with channeling session and moving towards my new business. Amazing. Declutter, minimize, organize, balance. Sail the Atlantic. Amazing. To choose love. Fully healed. Balance. Freedom. Peace. To heal, help, elevate. Move, declutter. Dancing into balance, prepare. Amazing, guys. So you already have some intention there. Okay, manifestation, self-care. To simplify. Happy home repairs. Free of judgment. Trust. This is great, guys. I love it. Manifestation, be kind. So you guys have already big intentions, right? So what is the secret about how can you take these intentions, self-love, full of hope, how can you take those intentions and then migrate them, integrate them in your day-to-day life? So for those of you who say full of hope, self-love, be kind, less judgment, manifestation. So guys, let's take it one step forward, okay? Esme, you haven't missed too much, okay? For those of you who just joined, very quickly, I invite you to come up with a word, with a sentence that describes what you want 2022 to be. What is your intention for 2022? Okay? My intention for 2022 is it's to trust and to flow. Okay? What does that mean for me? That means for me that sometimes I have a lot of ideas and sometimes my perfectionism gets on the way of me actually doing them. So that's why I need to flow. I need to let them flow through me, and I need to trust that what's coming out, what's unfolding, it's gonna be perfect and beautiful in whatever way it looks like. Okay? That's what's coming up for me this year, and that's why you will see me doing things, flowing through things, sometimes with no structure, sometimes with not a lot of a step-by-step process behind it, because it's time for me to start doing that, because I already did the other thing. Okay? So what is for you? Focus and kindness, knowledge and time. My intention for 2022 for Vicky, I will need to be trust and flow as well. My perfectionism prevents me from completing projects. Amazing, Vicky. To be more independent, to push. Another thing that Tushar says, to be more independent. For me, something that is also coming up is I need to step into my masculine more, into my decision making, into my confidence. I need to own what I need and want and communicate it clearly to other people with confidence. And that's something that I've been working for the past 10 years. And I see a dynamic happening with my wife. She's very strong. She's very like masculine. She's very like confident, right? So I always hide behind confident people, guys. Even if you don't believe me, I sometimes just choose to be behind someone because I always believe that I'm not good enough. I always believe I will make a mistake. Someone is gonna point the finger at something I did wrong. And I don't like that. That makes me feel bad. So that's why, and that comes because when I was little, my dad lovingly only pointed what he saw I was doing wrong, because he believed, and he truly believed, that that was the way to teach me how to become a better person. Okay? So my confidence was always not really high because of that. And I forgave my dad already, and I understood why he did it, and he was doing it with his best intention. But until I was able to forgive him and really let that go, I was then able to step into a more decisive role in my life. But I see that dynamic happening with my wife, so I have to clear that out too. And with any time I meet a powerful person, my nervous system automatic pilot will go to stand behind them and let them do whatever, and then I just follow them because I'm not good enough to be in the front. So that's what's coming for me. So trust, independence, confidence. That happened to the majority of people, absolutely. Saying I suffer from imposter syndrome. Create space internally and externally for creativity. Amazing. To learn to let go. Great, guys, amazing. So now you have some specific intentions. My word for 2022 is ease. I love it, Aurelia. Be gentle, bring ease into everything I do. Amazing, Amy. So, you're amazing, Emilio. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you, Monica. Trying to read all the comments. So if I miss your comment, please forgive me. They sometimes go really fast. So if I miss your comment or I didn't acknowledge it, just feel free to copy and paste it, okay? I won't be offended if I see it twice. So guys, you have your intentions now, or your main intention. Now, how, and I'm asking you, okay? Let's brainstorm together here. How can we take that intention or intentions that you have and integrate them, include them in our day-to-day life? Okay? How can we do that? Let's just brainstorm together. And I don't want to say anything yet. Remember it. Okay. So how can we remember it? Savannah? Carol, space for healing, for rest. Okay, space. How can you create space? Make a list. Okay, Donna, how can we make a list that we remember to go to and where? Set boundaries. Patricia, amazing. Who do you need to set boundaries with, and how are you planning on doing that? Write it down. Where, Polly? Where are you going to write it down? What is going to be your system to write it down and then remind yourself to go there? Make it into a mantra and spend 15 minutes meditating on that word every morning. Dave, amazing. So are you planning on writing down the mantra? Are you going to record it and listen to it? Are you going to make a video of yourself and watch yourself? How are you going to remember, and how are you going to do it? Meditate. I want to improve my health and well-being. Ava, amazing. How are you planning on doing that? Ava, what is the practical step that you're going to take today to get started doing that, improving your health and well-being? Include it somehow in our habits. Amazing, Maria. How are you planning on including it in your habits? Just be specific. Include it somehow in the habits. Okay. Hi, everyone. Love that, Dave. Wake up and meditate and put the intention out. Amazing, Lisa. Sticky notes all over my kitchen. Joey, that's amazing. Let me tell you that if you have too many sticky notes, you will lose track of what you are doing. Just be aware of that, okay? So don't have like 1,000 sticky notes and then feel overwhelmed by them. Be a bit more intentional, okay? Develop smaller habits. So Stephanie, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. So how are you planning on developing smaller habits? My word was gentle, ease, discipline, my attention on my body. When my muscles brace, breathe in and soften. Amazing, Amy. So that's a very, very intentional and practical way that we can all use more. I can use breathing more because I find myself diving through my day. I am doing something and it's like, Emilio, you are red, breathe. Oh yeah, I forgot to breathe, guys. So that's normal. It happens to all of us. So just take it a second to deep breathing will help us become aware, be more present, pay more attention, and just calm down, okay? Choose timers of day when I will pause and remember my intention. Amazing, Lee, I love that. Some people use their calendar reminders. Some people put a sticker somewhere where they see it. I do have a magic rock on my bedside table that when I see it, I am invited to remember. I have my journal with a self-care list and my creation that I will look at when I need to. So you will set a timer 30 minutes every morning to clean counters every day. Monica, amazing. So that's a habit that you have developed and it works well for you. Use the Insight Timer app every day. Carol, amazing. What are you gonna be using it for? And how are you going to set that intention behind the Insight Timer app? Because Insight Timer has millions of tracks and people. So how can you be more intentional? Be aware of choice points, like the mantra idea, mind movies of rehearsing this choice, end of day reflections. Amazing. Too many notes. Okay, so for those of you guys who have too many notes, because this has come up, what can we do to reduce those notes? Okay, written on my mirror. Sharon, I like that. We look at ourselves in the mirror every single day, every morning, right? So having something on that mirror that is very powerful is really helpful. I am going to heal my body by putting myself first, holding my boundaries. I'm going to start working with a healer and try to spend more prolonged time abroad in the sun. Amazing, Laura. So you have very intentional ways to make that happen. That's great. Nope, I just take down what I didn't do and start again the next day. No worries. Amazing, Joy. I love that system. So you actually take down what you didn't do and start again the next morning. So that's a great reflection piece, right? Because you will look at them and then you will see, I didn't do this thing. And it's a good time for you to think about, why didn't I do this thing? Is it because I was too over optimistic with the time? Is it because this task is not relevant anymore for me? Is it because I just didn't have the time, or I don't have the skill and I need help? Why didn't you do that task? And then that reflection is going to help you be more intentional next time. So amazing system, I like it. Plan something into. Have set up neat rituals with my husband inspired by Tara Brach. Gratitude and forgiveness practice twice weekly to avoid building up tension. Amazing, I love it. Plan something into. Everyday phone alarm is helpful. Make it clear to other people if required. Love that. Tushar, very key component. You have to let people around you know what you are up to. Especially when you are trying to change something important in your life, the more people that know about it, the more supported you are going to be, the more accountable you are going to be. Because when you are voicing out to other people what you are trying to do, first you are going to say it out loud, and that changes the game, guys. It's just not inside. Someone else's no. So you're gonna stay more accountable to that. But also you are gonna give the other person the opportunity to think about themselves and say, wow, like I don't know, Peggy is doing something really cool. Like maybe I can do something similar. So you are inspiring other person to maybe do the same thing. And maybe they share something, or maybe you ask them, like, what are you planning on doing for 2022? And then you find yourself having a deeper conversation with a person and knowing that person more and nurturing those relationships. That can apply with your family members, with people you live with, people you work with, neighbors, friends. So just keep in mind that, okay? I use a to-do list of my intentions. I love a mindful morning routine. Why? El hombre propone, dispone, viene el malo y lo descompone. I don't know what that means, Peggy. So yes, stronger boundaries. Start each day with 20 minutes of movement of exercise, 20 minutes mindful meditation, setting your intentions for the day and reminding yourself of your goal, and 20 minutes of learning. Dave, that's amazing. That's a great routine. Are you actually doing this routine right now? Have you been doing it for a while, or are you starting to create the habit of doing this routine? I committed for 40 days, even if a few minutes in each category. So 1 journal, 2 movement, 3 breathe, 4 meditate, 5 pray, and 6 gratitude. That's amazing, Amy. And I like what you say. So you committed to 40 days, even a few minutes. So I will even invite you to even a few seconds. Honestly, if you write that list down in your journal and then you put a reminder every day to look at that and say, okay, journal, even if you just write 1 word, even if you just move for 10 seconds, even if you just breathe for like 3-4 seconds and meditate for like 10, 15, 30 seconds, and then pray for 5 seconds, and then gratitude, 1 or 2 things you are grateful for, even if you spend 2 minutes to do the whole thing, you are developing the habit. So the length will increase as it feels good to you. So I really like that approach. Make it simple, make it very easy to achieve. Okay? And if you find that you don't do all those components, start with the journaling. And then once you do the journaling consistently, add the movement. Once you add the movement consistently, start the breathing. You know what I mean? You start adding little things. And guys, I share with you something that it's called habit stacking. And I always use my coffee because I love drinking coffee. You may have a habit that you already do every morning. Okay? Some people is brushing your teeth. Some people is having a cold beverage. Some people is, I don't know, emptying the dishwasher. Some people is looking at your phone. Some people is washing your face and looking at the mirror. Whatever it is, if you take a little note, okay, imagine that this is a note. This is a photo of my family, but imagine that this is a note and you are trying to breathe. For example, I want to breathe. So you say, deep breathe 3 times, Emilio. And then I will put my cup of coffee on the counter and I will do this. So what's gonna happen when I go to do something that is automatic to me? I'm gonna come here half awake, I'm gonna look at my coffee mug and I will read, oh, I have to deep breathe 3 times before I drink my coffee. Okay. So you will do 3 times. Okay, now I can drink my coffee. And then you drink your coffee. Next day you do the same thing, right? If you use your phone, you do the same thing. You are charging your phone and then you just do this. Can you look at your phone without seeing the note? No. Is looking at your phone a habit that you already do every day? Yes. So guys, do that. And then you start, okay, I need to deep breathe. Once that becomes automatic, you change another note. Or you can put one note on top of the other one. So I can put deep breathing and then I can put another note that says one thing you are grateful for and another note that says it's time to like meditate, just 10 seconds of silence. Okay, and then you just keep the notes and then you look at your phone. Or take the notes and then you drink your coffee. What's gonna happen when you repeat this 40 days? Even 15 days? Do you think your mind, do you think it's going to be in your radar to actually do it? Thoughts. What do you think? So, is the reason why we all want to declare and simplify because we are trying to be perfect? I don't think so, Lina. My own opinion about that is that being perfect, I don't like that word. First of all, because being perfect for one person means something different than for other. I like more the idea of we are decluttering and simplifying our lives so that we can eliminate frustrations, so that we can enjoy more our life. We get to decide, each of you get to decide what's important for you. Each of you gets to decide what decluttering means, how your home looks like and what makes you feel well. Some people live surrounded by clutter and they are not bothered by it. For those people, I don't need to help them. They don't need help because they are already happy. They don't care about their physical surroundings and it doesn't affect them. Some other people, they are suffering. They are frustrated, feeling overwhelmed. Those people, I want to inspire them to try something different so that they can feel better. I don't care how their house looks like. I don't care how much clutter or how little clutter they have. The only thing I care about from you guys is how do you feel? Are you enjoying what you are doing? Are you enjoying a lifestyle that makes you feel fulfilled and proud of? I don't care what it looks like. Honestly, I don't. So many people feel that when I go to someone's home, I am looking around and finding all the mistakes, and that's so far removed from the truth. I don't care where they live. I don't care how it looks like. I only care how my experience with that person is. I only care how they feel, how happy they are. And if I sense frustration and they ask me questions, then I will try to figure out what can you do to improve things. But if they don't ask me, I'm no one to even mention anything because maybe they have no problems. Okay? It doesn't mean that I will be comfortable living in that space. I probably won't. But that's my own choice and that's not imposed on someone else's, okay? I hope that helps, okay? So let me read some of the comments. Doesn't matter which order: coffee, meditation, exercise, email, journals. I do it all. Some days works, others not. Wondering if it's still if it matters. So don't try to find a habit. Start with a habit that you already do. Why? Because you already do it. So you don't have to create it. You already do that habit. My habit is drinking coffee every morning. That's what I do. I love it. Okay? So if I put a note on top of my coffee mug, I know I will see it. So find a habit that you do and include one thing in that habit. So maybe you want to breathe. So just include deep breathing for 3 times and do that for a week. The following week, maybe you can add, I'm going to meditate for 10 seconds. Just close my eyes. Guys, you can be drinking your coffee and say, okay, I'm going to close my eyes while I drink my coffee. And then you can just be like, just meditating while you drink your coffee. Just breathing. You can be grateful at the same time. Or what happened yesterday? Wow, I really loved my daughter when she came and gave me a hug at nighttime. She really called me, Papi, Papi, I want a hug from you, Papi. So I went inside and then she just gave me the most wonderful hug. Just love her. Wow, I'm crying already. And then I think, wow, my wife, she just went all the way to change our bedroom and create a practice space so that we can have a more intentional relationship. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, now I need to move, right? So then maybe you just jump a couple times, okay? Just put your coffee down, just jump a couple times. Maybe you listen to music. You breathe, move your body. And then guys, I feel way better. And I just did 2 minutes of something. And I even cried because I was remembering what my daughter did yesterday. So it's not that complicated. Start very small. Start very achievable. Something very little that you can do. And then when you can do it, you gain momentum. When you can check something off your list, you gain momentum. And then you will feel more confident, more confident, more confident. Okay? Love the habit stacking. I was just writing that as you said it. Yeah, so again, guys, try different things. There is not a right or wrong way of doing something. We all have to experiment and see how we feel. Okay? I want to be more intentional about opening up to new relationships, but as one who has struggled with boundaries, I think it will help me have healthier relationships. Kimberly, amazing. How can you create healthier relationships? How do you think you can start having more healthy relationships? Have you thought about it? And any of you, any thoughts for Kimberly on how to do that? Love it. I like the idea. I usually cover my tea with a plate anyways. So Carol, there you go. Just put something on top of that plate. Love Evernote because it updates between your devices. Also seeing Google Calendar reminders for certain tasks can be more specific and helpful. Yeah, amazing. So thank you so much, Dave, for sharing those tips. They are more likely to get done. Anything that takes less than 2 minutes, you do it right away and it never makes the list. Yeah, great. Again, there are infinite amount of applications, infinite amount of systems, infinite amount of journaling techniques. It doesn't matter what you use as long as you actually do it. And sometimes, guys, pen to paper and putting something on top in front of you, that's already efficient if you see it every single day. Okay? My intention is to live more simply in a state of calm. Yes, Amy. Thank you, Aurelia, for your donation. I want to decanter and let go, so I am not feeling when I look around. Pauline, so this is a great example that you are being bothered by your physical surroundings. So how can you bring more intention into your physical surroundings? And don't think about decluttering or minimalism. Think about what kind of lifestyle do you want to have? What are your frustrations right now? What are activities that you would like to do that maybe right now you are not able to? And what are the benefits of once you finish decluttering and organizing, what is going to look like your life? How is your time management going to look like? Try to think about what comes after decluttering. Because decluttering is not the destination, guys. Decluttering is just a journey to allow you to get to where you want to be going. Okay? So think about, where do you want to be going? Okay? What is your destination? I find it tough to get started again. Example, I was journaling, doing gratitude and habit tracking for several months. I lost this in October. I think my brain started to self-sabotage because I started missing more and more days. So Sharon, it's normal. It happens to all of us. We all drop the ball. So instead of you being harsh with yourself and say, Sharon, you dropped the ball, who are you? Just say, okay, Sharon, life got on the way. You stop being intentional. That's okay. Tomorrow we can get started again. What can I do so that tomorrow I go back to my habits? Why am I not doing that? Is it too time sensitive? Is it too time intensive? Is it too difficult to do? Do I need to change the time of the day when I do these things? How can I make it a more enjoyable experience? Is there anyone I can do it with? Do I need to light up a candle and make it a more appealing atmosphere? Think about all those things and then simplify things as much as you can and become aware of, why am I not doing it? Because maybe this is the perfect opportunity for you to really go deeper, to really understand, okay, I'm not doing this now. If I stop doing it, it's because something else is coming up for me right now. And guys, when you are doing this journey, this is what happens. So you are on a roll, you are doing something consistently, and then you can tap into deeper stuff. Because the more aware you are, the deeper you can go. And the deeper you go, the more stuff you find inside yourself. And stuff comes up. And maybe stuff that triggers you, maybe emotional baggage, beliefs that were buried in there and you even forgot about, and that stuff starts coming up, and then that triggers you, that makes you unbalanced again. But you are not going backwards, you are still moving forward. That's just something that you need to face, something you need to understand, something you need to embrace. So Sharon, in your case, don't take this as you are not dropping the ball. Maybe most likely you are tapping into something deeper, something that you have to work through. So it's actually you are moving forward, okay? I don't know if this resonates with you, but I just want you to become aware of, why did you stop? And this is what's gonna happen to all of us, guys, when we are trying to be intentional. Life is going to get on the way. Our old habits are going to get on the way. Our old belief systems, the way that we repeated things for years, probably decades, it's going to stand on the way. That has some momentum. And we are facing resistance. The resistance is always going to be there. So the only way for us to be able to push through that resistance is to be more intentional. It's to simplify more our lives. It's to make things more easily doable. Okay? That's the only way that we can do. By laser focusing our energy into very specific things and being present. That is the only way that you can move forward against resistance, being present. Because present is the only thing that we have. Okay? Present time is the only thing that we have. Future is the future, it doesn't exist. Past is done. Yes, the past can have energy, like it can have some sort of energy attachment to it if you allow it to, but you can also release that. And then a lot of us, we have a lot of past experiences, energy that we drag with us. Belief systems, we are not good enough. Self-care is selfish. Intentional living is selfish. I should be doing more for others. I don't need boundaries. I don't deserve them. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff it's happening because maybe other people in our lives didn't teach us how to do it. Okay? So let me read. I associate drinking coffee with seated meditation. I cooked my fiancé breakfast and did stretches holding onto the countertop. Yeah, so amazing, Amy. Yes, please, all ideas are welcome. I feel myself being drawn into being a hermit, and I don't want that. But I am challenged by finding new friends or one special relationship. Kimberly, Let me share a story with you. Maybe this resonates with you. I am from Spain, from Barcelona, okay? So in 2008, I decided to start traveling with who was my girlfriend at the time. And I traveled the world for like almost 4 years. So I was living in places and I didn't know people, okay? So then I came to Canada in 2012 and I was starting completely from scratch. My wife, she had some circle of friends, but I was starting completely with scratch. Something that I learned when I wanted to be more intentional with my relationships is that, and especially this happened after a 9-year relationship with my old girlfriend, we broke up and I was in New Zealand at that time. I didn't know anyone. I was in a country. I didn't speak English very well. So for me, I was very alone, very isolated. I was feeling really down. But I knew deep in my heart that I needed to own who I was, own who I wanted to be. Let me rephrase that. I wasn't the person I wanted to be at that time. I had a lot of dependence in the relationship. I was feeling really lonely. And then I understood, like, until I don't feel well with myself, until I don't own who I am, I cannot meet people around me, intentionally speaking, because I will not be presenting myself, being myself. So I had to do a lot of work with myself first. I had to enjoy my own company first. I started to see, what do I enjoy doing, and just go and do it yourself. And I know it may sound a little bit selfish, lonely, whatever, but let me tell you that when you start doing the things that you love because you love them and you don't care who else is there, the universe starts putting people. You start finding the right people to do what you want, and it just starts flowing. I wanted to play squash. I remember I went to the gym. No one wanted to play squash with me because I was really bad. I was just starting. But guess what I did? Every night after work, I was going there by myself, hitting the ball. 1 hour, 2 hours. Then I met 2 people that were playing there and I asked them, you guys mind if I play with you a little bit? They invited me. So I started playing with them. And then I started seeing, oh, there is a league going on, but how am I going to join a league if I don't know how to play? So I joined the league. And you know what I was doing? I started to say, I want to become a good squash player. So I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to show up. And I started emailing people above my group saying, hey, you want to play with me? And then they started to say yes. And I started evolving. And now I am the number 1 player in the club. So that was a 10-year journey. But I wanted to play squash. I wanted to be in that social environment. So you need to own who you want to be first, and then you will find the right people because you will attract them. You will attract who you are. I am alone too, but challenged to be with friends, to find friends. So Marisa, what do you like doing? Can I ask, what activities do you like doing? Sharon, when I beat myself up, I say to myself, easy does it. This is becoming a habit to retrain my inner critic to quiet down. I hope this helps. Sometimes I wonder what I will do without the clutter. Purging and rearranging keeps me busy. I fear that I use the clutter to keep me busy, to have a purpose. Absolutely, Lynn, you are not alone. This is something that a lot of people face when it comes to clutter. Clutter is something that they can control. Clutter is something that keeps them busy. They feel comfortable surrounded by clutter and they have something to do every day. The idea of removing all of that, then what happens when you remove all of that? You need to face stuff inside you. You need to face, what am I going to be doing now? I am afraid of trying new things maybe. I have no idea what comes after for me. That's when you need to trust. That's when you have to be okay meditating and thinking, what's next for me? Where do I want to put my energy, my time, my intention into? And if you don't have any idea, that's okay. Allow yourself a testing period of time of saying, I have no idea. Own it. Just own that. I have no idea what's gonna happen. But I trust that when I remove my clutter, if that's what you want to do, of course, then something else is going to replace that. That time, that energy, that space, and you get to choose what that is. Even if you don't know right now what that is, it will come. So you need to trust, you need to be okay with that feeling of discomfort, right? So thank you, helpful mind shift and strategies. I appreciate your thoughts. I will dig into the why behind everything. Right, Emilio, so many areas to work on, including business, single person, to say how to prioritize. Happy New Year, I'm sorry I'm late. Hi, Roxanne. How exciting that you travel the world. Yeah, I was very lucky to do that. But that was an intention that I made. So it wasn't lucky, I made it happen because I wanted to make it happen, right? I listen to novels as I do chores, so look forward to them. And end up doing extra chores to find out what happens. I love that, Lucila. I sometimes do podcasts and the same thing. I want to finish the episode, so I have to keep myself busier for longer. So I end up working out more or walking more or doing chores longer or maybe cooking an extra dish because I want to listen to the end of the episode. So that's funny. Everything starts from ourselves indeed. Yeah. Tears. Thank you. Kimberly, you are most welcome. I invite you to love yourself, to date yourself, to really just spend all the time that you can with yourself. This is not selfish. And then when you start doing what you love and you are happy and you are enjoying, people are going to notice that. And people are going to want to spend time with you because you are going to be aligned. You are going to be calm, happy. And then you are going to be present. So you are going to ask them questions. You are going to offer them a smile. You are going to be kind to them. And who doesn't like kind people, guys? Anyone here doesn't like kind people? Anyone doesn't like someone giving them a smile? Someone asking them, how is your day going? Someone asking them, hey, who are you? What do you do? Like, I would like to hear your story. Why are you walking in the middle of the forest? Like, what's your motivation? Or, you know what I mean? Who doesn't like those things, right? Making new connection is difficult because of COVID restrictions here. Lynn, we are getting shut down again tomorrow. I don't choose to go there. I don't choose to think, oh my God, what am I gonna be doing? I cannot play squash. I cannot go to the gym. We cannot gather more than 5 people. Instead, I am choosing to, okay, what can I do now that I couldn't do before? So for me now, I was brainstorming with a friend yesterday. Okay, we can go cross-country skiing. That's outdoor. We can go snowboarding. We can go for hikes in the forest. I can spend more time creating courses. I can spend more time maybe doing live sessions like this one. I can spend more time migrating my academy, my courses to a new platform that I always wanted to do it and I never had the time. I can research the idea of doing yoga by myself using videos rather than going to the gym, that I always choose to go to the gym. You see, there are lots of things that excite me. It's like, okay, I don't like the lockdown. I don't like it. But how can I make it an intentional time regardless? How can I stay sane? And that's when you have to be more intentional. So this is what happens, guys. The more difficult things get out there, the more intentional you need to be. That's the answer, pretty much. Declutter so I have time to be creative. Maybe I should be creative to declutter. Lina, they can both happen simultaneously, okay? You don't have to stop being creative because you have clutter, but decluttering is going to help you to be more creative. Because if you want to be more creative, maybe you need a space to create. When you create that space to create, you are more likely to be invited, motivated to sit there and create whatever you create. If you have all the supplies organized in a way that is easy to access them, easy to use them, if you add a candle, a nice flower, you beautify the space in a way that feels really good to go to that space, how likely are you to create? How likely are you to go into that space and feel well in it? So that's what I want you guys to understand, that this is all you. This is all creating something that you feel good in, something that you feel well in. Space-wise, mental-wise, emotional-wise, family-wise, it's all connected. You cannot just take one area of your life and only do that. You have to take care of everything all at once. Okay? Find your balance. And that's something that in the workshop we are going to dive into. How do you find balance? How can you put in paper your intentions on every area of your life in a way that it is not overwhelming, in a way that is practical, in a way that you can take action, in a way that you can reflect, in a way that you can understand and become aware of what's going on, why am I not creating this, and how can I change, what can I test, And then when you test it, you reflect about it. Okay, I tested this idea. How did it feel? I didn't like it, or I liked it. I will do more of that. I will do less of that. And that's how you make progress. And that's something that the workshop covers, right? Like, we're going to create your ideal week. We're going to monitor your time, monitor your creativity levels, your energy levels throughout the day, throughout the week. We're going to become aware of how do you feel in the morning? How do you feel midday, evenings, nights, weekends? When are you the most creative? When are you the most tired? How many hours do you sleep? And then you start tracking and monitoring everything, and then you start journaling. And that's something that we will do. We will keep you accountable. I will keep you accountable too. You have to journal. You have to keep track of your emotions, at least for a couple of weeks, until you figure out what's happening. And then you can create a plan of attack. You can test ideas and then see how they unfold, and then tweak them, change them, test again. And that's what I do with my life. That's why we have the life that we have, that we love, because we are constantly testing, tweaking, being intentional. Okay? So I have a great story about connections. Feel free to share. I would love to read it. If you want, Monica. Good morning from California. I've been listening and love this so much. The power of intention just blows me away. I love to have rituals for empower me in my day. Yeah, Jessica, amazing. So what kind of rituals inspire you? What kind of rituals do you feel motivated to do? Or at least to try? So think about that. And then you have to test it. You have to do them and then experience them. And then see, wow, did I enjoy that? I actually did. It felt weird, but I actually enjoyed it. So I think I can do more of that. Maybe you do something and say, wow, that's not for me at all. When that happens, you still have to question yourself, why am I reacting so poorly to this? Is there something I need to learn here? Because when you don't like something, you will say, no, that was interesting, but I don't know, it's not my cup of tea. Like, that's very neutral, right? But when you say like, whoa, I will never do that, maybe I will invite you to do it, actually. Because there is something there, that reaction tells me that there is something there that triggered you. So you understand what I'm going to? Sometimes I tell people, I offer an idea. And then some people say, oh, that sounds different, interesting. And then they try, it's like, yeah, I tried that idea, but I don't know, like, it didn't really work. I actually gave it a try for a couple of weeks, but it's just not my cup of tea. And I know, okay, that's not your idea. But sometimes I offer the idea and the first reaction is like, I will never do that. It's like, whoa, what's coming up here, right? Now we're gonna do this. And then we always find gold in there. Always. We always find something that was blocking them. So think about that, okay? I'm hoping that happens to me sometime. Thank you, Nancy. Okay. Amazing, guys. So we are at the end of the session. Will we create a sample week in the context of the workshop and share? Yeah, Amy. So when you sign up for the workshop, there is a PDF that you will receive in advance so that you can have a little bit of time to think about. So there is an exercise, it's called the life stress inventory, where you are going to become aware of all the life events that happen to you or are happening and how those events are going to impact every area of your life. Then we are going to monitor the time. We are going to set the intentions in every area of the life, and then you are going to create your ideal week. And I want you guys to do that exercise first, because then when you come to the workshop, you are not just coming from scratch. You have done work. You have tried and tested this idea, and then you are going to come with challenges. You are going to come with obstacles. You are going to come with questions. You are going to come resentful. You are going to come inspired. You are going to come like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? Stuff is going to come up for you. And that's what I want in the workshop. I want to help you overcome those things. I want to, by example of anyone else and by sharing my own journey when I did that exercise, we all are going to learn really quickly, because we are going to experience it, how we can move forward. Okay? So yes, that will be the main part of the workshop. Have you Any advice on wanting to be okay with doing less rather than wanting to do all the things because of fear of missing out? Juliet, intention. That is my question. When you find yourself, sometimes because I feel this way so many times, right? I start a lot of ideas and then I realize like, whoa, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like I think I'm trying to do too much and I can feel it here. It just feels like my chest is kind of pulled up. My breathing is really shallow. And I have the feeling that I'm always at the wrong place at the wrong time. It feels like I'm always behind. When I sense all those signs, it's time for me to, okay, come to the tiny office or go somewhere else, go to a coffee place, wherever I can, relax myself, bring my journal, and then I do a brain dump. Basically, I try to dump all the ideas that I have in my head in a piece of paper, okay? Just the main ideas, not the specific steps, just the main ideas. So I look at them and then I feel them. I look at each one and then I see how I feel. And I can tell you that I know right away which one feels good and which one doesn't. Right now, it doesn't mean I have to let it go, but right now it's like I should be focusing on this. And then I allow myself the time to integrate that idea, to take action on that idea, and I am okay to let go of the rest for now. I put them on a standby, okay? And I have them there. A week, 2 weeks from now, I will go back to that page and I will look at it and say, okay, these ideas, are they still relevant? And some of them, guess what? They are not. I don't want to do that anymore. It doesn't feel aligned with me. Some of them, oh yeah, that's a great idea. And now I have the capacity to do it. So now I'm going to spend some time doing this. But you have to be intentional, okay? You have to be protecting your time. That's why I invite you to design your ideal week, because I have protected time for my daughter, protected time for my wife, protected time for self-care and exercise. And all the chaos is contained in a specific window of time, okay? So it doesn't get mixed up. I have Tuesdays and Thursdays are my online days. I don't let online calls to sweep away other days because I don't want to, okay? Wednesdays is the day that my wife and we go out and work with people in their homes. And if we don't work with people, then I will do whatever I decide to do. But that's how I put intention, and that's how I don't let chaos conquer the other areas of life, because I created windows of time and I protect them, okay? So, Emilio, did you give your example of how are you going to own your masculine, more confident energy? Well, I have some ideas, yeah. I live in Sonoma County. Perhaps we can get a group of us together for a meetup. That would be amazing, Roxanne. So, Amy, stepping into my masculine, again, is first becoming aware of why am I not stepping into my masculine? Why am I not able to and confident to make decisions? And that came from what I shared with you. The relationship I had with my dad, how he lovingly only pointed the mistakes I made because he believed that he was helping me become better by doing that. He barely praised me. Praising wasn't something that he never received praise from his dad or his mom. So when I started to dig in and understand his infancy, I had a photo of him being a 3 or 4 year old, and he was telling me stories of how life was, how his parents were treating him. And then I started to understand how my grandparents lived, what they believed in, why they did what they did. Let me tell you that empathy and forgiveness just came in right away. And then I was able to, that emotion is still in here, and you can sense it. It still comes out because that emotion is still there, but I don't let that emotion to stop me from then being confident now. And still feels uncomfortable sometimes. I still have to push myself sometimes to do it. But the more I do it, the easier it becomes. Okay? So that's my 2 cents. So how do you get to the profile of a teacher? So Lisa, just go to Insight Timer, go to the search, type Emilio Jose Garcia, and then you will find me. Click in there, and then you will see different tabs. So one tab, here, I can show you right now. Let me see if you can see this. So once you are on Insight Timer, okay, if you go here to the thing, Okay, and then you type in there Emilio, and then I will show up like this. And then when you click on my face, that's where you will see the different tabs. Okay, so in here you see the different tabs. It says home, tracks, courses, workshops, mentoring, and about. So workshops, you can find all the information for the workshops. Mentoring is one-on-one call with me if you want to do that. And then the audio tracks is what you will find. The courses, I have 3. And then if you click on the about page, the about tab there, if you scroll down, you will find the circle that you can join, and you will find the link. Okay, when you click on the link, that goes to my website, emiliojosegarcia.com. And then you will find here, and then if you scroll down, you will see all the offerings I have on Insight Timer. Okay, and then when you scroll all the way down, you will find all the recordings. Okay, you see live sessions recordings, and then you can just, like if I click for example this one, it just plays, so you can just listen to the whole session. Okay, where you really had fun. Okay, where you really laughed, really. So that's how you get to my profile. And then someone was asking about the workshop dates. So everything is on that tab, okay? But the first workshop is a 2-day workshop. It is $70, and it starts on Monday, January 17th and Monday, January 24th. And it's at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And it's 90 minutes each session, okay? And then we use Zoom video call. The second workshop starts on February 7th, and it's 5 Mondays at 10 a.m. same time, 10 Eastern Standard Time, okay, Canada time. Okay, the first is an introduction of minimalism, and we will do the exercise. The second one, we still do the exercise, but we're gonna go way deeper into the specific areas that I listed in there. There are 5 areas. So intentional time management, self-care and mindfulness, peaceful and clutter-free home, so decluttering your home, tame your paper clutter, and meal planning flow. And everything that I cover here, I have audio tracks that back everything up, and I also have the courses that you can dive deeper prior to the event or after the event. So you have all those. So you have the workshop, then you have the courses that you can take at your own pace, you have the audio recordings that you can listen to, you have all the recordings of the live sessions available, and you can always book a one-on-one call with me if you need extra help. So guys, I'm offering you all the support I can, okay? Honestly, I try my best to offer anything that you need. Some people are okay just with the audio tracks. Some people have the Members Plus and they do the courses, and that's enough for them. Some people come to the workshop because they need that extra support. And some people pay me to do like live sessions just one-on-one. So you choose what your journey is. You choose what you need. Okay? Any ideas for quick 2-minute journaling each day? Sharon, happy to share some of those in another session if you want, because I have 100. I can do a bullet journaling session again if you want. But there is a recording about bullet journaling, intentional bullet journaling, that you can listen in my website. Okay, it's a recording of a live session that I did only about journaling, and you will learn everything that I have to say about journaling in there. Okay, so did IT some meditation live? Couldn't move like he did, but gets energy flowing. Emilio, what a beautiful story. Thank you. About your father's family. I don't see the 2-day workshop listed. So Lisa, let me check. So I go to Insight Timer. I go to workshops. Yeah, so when I go to workshops, this is the first one, and this is the second one. Okay? So the first one is $70 for 2 sessions, and the second one is $400 for the 5 sessions. Okay? So just to put it in context, if you were to book a call with me, that will cost you $170. So this workshop, you get way more for way less. And you have access to a specific circle, okay, that I will be supporting you there too. But again, this is not for everyone, and that's fine. You guys decide what feels good to you. Always check in with yourself. I only want people who join. I only want the people who are committed, the people who are ready, and the people who are super excited. So this is my recommendation for you about this workshop and about any other thing, any other decision that you are trying to make in your life. Meditate on it for like a few minutes, and then if it's a hell yeah, do it. Don't overthink it. If it's a hell no, don't do it. And if you are neutral, think more about it. Meditate more about it and really analyze, why don't I want to do this? Why doesn't feel good? Why don't I have a strong opinion on this? Why can't I say yes or no? And then try to investigate what's happening here. What's coming up for you? Are you facing resistance and you have to do it? Are you just not owning that you just don't want to do it and you don't care about it, but maybe you are fear of missing out? So really be honest with yourself and own whatever decision you make. And if you are unclear, allow a little bit of time before you make a decision. Sit with the idea for a few days. Meditate on it a few times. Pull up a card. Do whatever you have to do to feel confident, okay? But don't impulse purchase. Please don't do that. Just do an intentional decision. What a beautiful face, Emilio. All is in English? Yeah, Peggy, everything is in English this time. Emilio, are you sending out a PDF to prepare us for the workshop? Roxanne, I believe Insight Timer will send you that when you sign up. I already uploaded them, so I don't know when they send them. If this is the first time I'm doing workshops, I am trusting the process. I have no idea how it looks like. I don't know how it's going to unfold, and I don't care. I will show up and I will do my best, okay? I know that I will do a good job, so I am not worried about it. Okay, and that's time for today. Courses and memberships plus has a free trial. Yeah, Emilio, I listed a long list of ideas for Sharon. Thank you so much, Amy. I always love your journaling and how engaged you are. Thank you so much for helping this community to be better. How do I find some meditation live? Okay, wonderful suggestions on journaling, Amy. Amazing. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for being here. I went over time again, as always. Sorry about that. I'm aiming to do these sessions 45 minutes, but I always end up doing more. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I will do another live session on Thursday, so feel free to join that one if you want. And please, I invite you to check the workshops, check the other offerings that I have, and if they make sense to you, sign up. And if they don't, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep testing ideas to make your life better, okay? It doesn't matter what you choose to do. I know that when you are doing it from the inside, anything that you decide is going to be beautiful and perfect for you right now. So just trust yourself more. Allow yourself a little bit of time to tap into who you really are, who you really want to become, and then from that place, start making more intentional decisions. Start trusting your gut feeling more, okay? Please do that. And I will see whoever wants to join next Thursday. And yeah, today's recorded too. I will put it up on the website now, okay? Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Adios.